What's up, closing entrepreneurs? Tryson Jones coming at you again for another Top 5 Friday. Today I have what to share with you, top 5 characteristics of a successful business and more pertaining to the culture of the business. I've been involved in several different businesses that have a good product, provide good value. All of those things are in line, but some of the things I'm going to talk to you about today were not in line, and therefore it was an ineffective venture. So nonetheless, let's get started. I hope you guys are getting some value out of this. I'm seeing a little more love starting to gain some momentum, so that's good. Please keep engaging, keep sharing, keep liking. Any love I can get is helpful and appreciated. And for the individual that is the 100th liker to my fan page, I'll send you a free $10 gift card of your choice. So for those of you who are already fans, sorry, but if you refer somebody, then I'll double that and send you a gift card as well. So that's my incentive to you to help me grow. Now, again, I'm Tryson Jones, author, publisher of sellerbesoldblog.wordpress.com, salesman for 10 plus years, and I've been involved in business development for 9 of those years. So, I have a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of experience, and I've helped a lot of people from not knowing how to do anything to succeeding on a consistent and a high level. So I feel like I have some knowledge to speak from and something to share with you. So without further ado, let's get started with today's Top 5 Friday. So number 1 is alignment. Alignment meaning, are the people around you aligned with your goals? Are they aligned with your work ethic? Are they aligned with your values? Are they aligned with your morals? Are they aligned with your ethics? Are they aligned with your tactics? Are they aligned with your thought train stopped. Are they aligned with the way that you do things? Are they aligned, with all these things? I mean, the alignment has to be there. Mindset wise, work wise, as far as their work ethic, the mission has to be there. If your business is not in alignment, then you're going to have 1 bad egg or 2 bad eggs or 3 bad eggs, or maybe 300 if you've got a business that big. But those are the people that are going to take 10 other people down with them that could be good producers for you. So it's not worth it to try to pull somebody into your organization and get them in alignment with you. I've tried that. My suggestion is wait until somebody's in alignment with you if they want to work with you, and work with them at that point. But bottom line is, you can't want success more than they do. You can't want to be a better person more than they do. You can, but it's frustrating, especially as a leader. So alignment's number 1. Number 2 is accountability. So if you create a culture of accountability, that means that number 1, there's a culture of trust. Number 2, there's a culture where when somebody makes a mistake, they're accountable for it and they're able to learn from it, which is huge. So rather than blaming somebody else or saying it was a mistake or a system error or whatever may happen, take accountability for what you've done. And that goes both ways. I beat myself up a lot, and I don't give myself credit for what I have achieved, and I beat myself up for what I haven't. So that goes both ways. Be accountable for the things that you've made mistakes with, but also be accountable for the things that you've done well, and congratulate yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back. That makes you feel good, keeps that momentum going. So accountability is huge. You got to be able to own up to your mistakes, to your downfalls, to your pitfalls, to your strengths, to your weaknesses, and also to other people's strengths, weaknesses, and when you're criticizing them, they need to be accountable for that as well. So the third one is consistency. If you create a culture of consistency, then people don't question what's going to happen when they come into work that day. And so, consistency is key, especially for most people. Tony Robbins says that the level of success that you achieve in life will be in direct proportion to the level of uncertainty that you can handle in life if you're in business. So Consistency is more for your employees, not your CEOs, not your not your big thinkers. But if they don't have a consistent schedule, a consistent regimen, a consistent expectation that's met, then they're not going to take ownership of your organization. They're not going to be motivated to help you grow your organization, because they don't know from one day to the next, what's going to happen when things are changing all the time. So get your systems in place, get your processes in place, and stay consistent with those that are helping you achieve growth. So consistency is key from a leader standpoint for your employees or contractors, whatever they may be. Number 4 is integrity. If you create a culture of integrity, that means that people do what they say and say what they'll do. It means that this person is honest, kind, caring, respectful, selfless. All these things fall into integrity, which I think a lot of people don't understand. It's not just being honest and living up to your words. Overall, being a good, caring person, and not having ulterior motives when you're talking to people. So that's huge. Integrity is very high on my list, because it encompasses so many things that make a good person, that why would I not strive to achieve that? So create a culture of integrity, and when I talk about these things, I'm sure you guys know from your experience in business that everything falls from the top down. So if your owner, your CEO, your manager, whoever's above you is not doing these things, and therefore the rest of the people in the company won't be doing those things. So as a leader, it's up to us to set an example for the people that come into our organizations, so that they can be in alignment with all these things. So make sure you find people with integrity. Make sure you find people that if they say they're going to be there for an interview on time, that they're there on time. If they're not, let's work with somebody who is taking this a little more seriously. Make sure that they're also on time for any pitches, appointments, or follow-ups they have scheduled. Make sure they're doing their job, and make sure they're not lying to your customers, misleading your customers, or giving them the idea that they're getting more than what you're actually providing for them. I've seen a lot of companies get taken down for stuff like that. So number 5 is unity. So basically, it's pretty simple. You got to have everybody on the same page. If everybody's not on the same page, and you've got one person over here who's just a bottom feeder, he's there to socialize and play games, or whatever they may do, browse the internet, who knows. I don't know what mediocre people do, but nonetheless, you're going to have those people. You're going to have your high producers, right? But the goal of unity is that if you have all of these things and everything's in alignment, then you're going to have a culture of high performance. And so you're not going to get those type of people that are going to sit around and bottom feed, if you will. You're only going to get the high performers because the other people will be too scared to come in, because they know they can't perform because their work ethic's not there. Imagine that. So unity is key. Have everybody on the same page. Create a mission statement. These are some of the things that I've seen bigger companies do that I feel have contributed to their growth from doing millions of dollars in revenue, as to opposed to a couple $100,000 maybe. So this is kind of the order that I see things going in. If you're starting a business, if you're in business, if you need to restructure your business because you're having problems, number 1, you got to get clear on what your mission is. What are you trying to do? And obviously we go into business to make money. That's one of the reasons. But I think most entrepreneurs go into business to help people. And so you got to get clear on how you help people. And you should create a mission statement that you can put out there to the public, that people know, that people will be receptive to, and that all of your employees will know as well, so that they know as soon as they walk in the door day number 1 what your goal is or what you're trying to accomplish with the company, and they can tap into helping you do that. So once you have a mission statement, then you create the team, right? So you bring in the right people who can envision this mission with you, who are excited about this mission with you, and who are willing to put in the work to help you accomplish or I guess succeed in that mission. So once you've found the right team, the right people, those people should create the right culture through these 5 things, so that anybody that you bring in as your business grows is going to have these 5 characteristics. If they don't, hopefully you let them go. If they, if you keep them around, you're just wasting time and losing money. I don't care if you guys are good friends or not. We're here in business to produce, and if somebody's not producing, there's no reason to keep them around. So, and especially if they're not in alignment with all these characteristics. So once you have the mission team, once you've got the culture created, then you start producing. And if all these things are taken care of, all these bases are covered, then your production should be pretty high. Obviously there's other variables depending on the business, but if you have something that's producing now and you create the right culture, I promise you'll see your production, go up by 1/3, if not 1/2, or more. It just depends on the situation. So, these things are critical, and these are the things that a lot of people look over in business. So once you start producing, then you grow, which is the goal. Okay? To grow is the goal. If you want to grow, you have to have your company in alignment. You have to take things in the right order. You have to weed out the wrong people, keep the good people, and lead from the top up, lead by example, be the change that you want to see. So that's what I've got for you today. Hopefully that brought some value to you. We will see you guys again next week, and obviously I'll be throwing out some posts in the meantime. Thanks for tuning in, and if there's any feedback, any comments, any criticism, whatever, I'm an open book. I'm learning this stuff one day at a time, and so if you have any tips or advice you can give me, anything that might make things more appealing to you, please let me know. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. I appreciate your time, I appreciate your attention, and I appreciate any engagement. Again, follow my blog at sellerbesoldblog.wordpress.com, and follow, like, and share this page at Hustlers Not Anonymous in Facebook. So, talk to you soon. Thanks.